Good morning, students. Grade 10. Here we'll start our new unit, which is probability. Before we studied about the simple probability in lower grades, and today we'll study about the probability of single events as well as the probability of combined events. But before we go to our questions, we should know that probability of an event lies between 0 and 1. Or you can say this is range for the probability that it can be more than 0 or from 0 to 1. Now, let us start with this question. It says a die is rolled, find the probability that an even number is obtained. Now, a regular die is six-sided. It has six faces numbered with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 dots. So the sample space means the total number of outcomes are 6. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is set of sample space noted by S. The favorable outcome, which is our requirement, is the event that how many even numbers we are getting in rolling a die. So clearly 2, 4 and 6 are the even numbers. Now the probability of the event is given by the number of events or number of favorable outcomes, our total number of outcomes. So that is 3 divided by 6. On simplifying, we'll get 1 over 2. You can see that even number is appearing 3 times. Total number of outcomes are 6. So the answer will be 3 out of 6. Here, we have another question. 2 coins are tossed. Find the probability that 2 heads are obtained. Note, each coin has 2 possible outcomes, head and tail. All of you know that a coin has 2 faces and they are considered as heads and tail. The question is find the probability that 2 heads are obtained. Now, this is the sample space. When 2 coins are tossed, we may get 2 heads, head and tail and head are both tails. In other words, you can say that the first coin gives head, second one is giving tail, first one is giving tail, second one is giving head, or on both coins it is appearing tails or heads. So there are total number of outcomes given here, which are 4. The favorable outcome is find the probability that 2 heads are appearing. So you can see that only one time both heads are appearing. If you look at the first one, which is HH, it means there is head on the first coin and head on the second coin. So the probability of that event is n of E over n of S, which will be 1 over 4. Because HH, this pair mean it is appearing one time, so total number of outcomes are 4, so it will be 1 over 4. As I told you that you have to remember that this probability always lies between 0 and 1. It cannot be less than 0 or more than 1. So here are the question. In the question it say that which of these numbers cannot be a probability. So when we look at the first one, it's a negative number, and as I told you that it can never be negative or more than 1. So the first one is not possible because it's a negative number. Now, look at the second one, it is 0.5, so it is coming in between 0 and 1. Also, the third one, which is C, it is 1.001, even it's a small number more than 1, but as we studied that it cannot be more than 1, so C is not possible. B is possible, and if you look at D and E, even these are possible. And the last one is 20%. If you calculate, I told you that the probability can be given in the decimals, in common fractions, or in percentages. So 20% is 20 divided by 100, which is 0.2. So this is also possible. So you can see that B, D, E, and F are possible probabilities, while A and C is not coming in the possible options. So this was the important thing to remember. Now we have another question. two dice are rolled, find the probability that the sum is equal to 1. Second part is that the sum is equal to 4 or the sum is less than 13. It's a very important question. If you write this experiment as a whole, you will be able to answer any type of question asked in exam. So when two dice are rolled, you should know that a regular dice has 6 faces. So here are the possible outcomes: 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6 till 6 6. It shows that what is appearing in first dice and what is appearing in the second dice, like 1 1 1 2. So the first question is the sum of a sum is equal to 1. If you see the lowest pair, which gives 1 and 1, a total of 2. So it is not possible for any event outcome to give a total of 0. So our favorable outcome is 0. Then the probability of that event will be 0 out of 36 will be 0 as a result. Or you can say that it's not possible to get a total of 1 while tossing 2 coins. Now the second question, a total of 4. So you can see this 1 3 makes a 4, 2 2 makes a 4, and 3 1. So these are 3 outcomes which are giving a total of 4. Here E is equal to 3, mean the number of favorable outcomes are 3. So the probability of that event will be 3 out of 36. On simplifying, we'll get 1 over 12. The last question is, what is the probability of getting a total which is less than 13? So just have a look on this one. 1 1 1 2 1 3 3 1 1 4. All these, when we add them, we get a total which is less than 13. So just go to the last one. The last one is 6 6, which will be a total of 12. So you can see that in all these 36 pairs, we get a total of we get a total which is less than 13. So if we talk about the favorable outcome mean what is required, which says that a sum of less than 13. So the probability of sum less than 13 will be 36 out of 36, which is 1. And when we get a probability of 1, we say that this is certain to happen. When the probability is 0, mean it is impossible. When the probability is 1, it means certain to happen, or 100%. So the probability of sum less than 13 is 36 divided by the total outcomes are also 36, which will give us 1. You can answer if different questions are asked. So important thing is you should know the total sample space too. Now we are here with another question. A dice roll and a coin is tossed. Find the probability that the die shows an odd number and the coin shows a head. So in this experiment we have a dice, 6-sided dice. When it is not mentioned that how many sides are there, so it means that's a regular dice which is 6-sided. And all of you know that coin has 2 sides, head and tail. So let us draw the sample space first, which is a coin with head and tails and dice with the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. When we write the events, write this 1 with 1H, 1T, 2H, 2T, 3H, 3T, 4H, 4T, 5H, 5T, 6H and 6T. So the question was that find the probability that the die shows an odd number and the coin shows a head. So it is happening 3 times. You can see that 1H, 3H and 5H. So number of event is 3 and the total number of space is 12. So the probability of that event will be 3 out of 12 or 3 over 12, which will be 1 over 4 when we simplify it. Here We have another very important question. A card is drawn at random from a deck of cards. Find the probability of getting the 3 of diamond. So before going to the question, you should know that a deck of cards, we have 52 cards. There are 4 different categories. Here are the total cards, how these cards are numbered, like A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, J, Q and K. You can say Jack, Queen and King. So 4 different categories are there. The first one is of diamond. The question is find the probability of getting the 3 of a diamond. You see that in all 52 outcomes we get one time a 3 which is of diamond. There are 4 threes, but a 3 of diamond is appearing only one time. So the probability will be 1 over 52. Different questions can be asked in exam, and you will be able to answer all the questions if you write the sample space. Sample space means always write the total possible outcomes. Then it will be quite easier for you to answer any type of question. For example, if I ask that what is probability of getting a 3, so that will be 4 out of 52 because there are 4 threes. What is probability of getting a king? That is 4 out of 52. This is what we have from this unit.